tomorrow is officially book club. One Italian Summer. Canceling my subscription. Hello, welcome back to the vlogs. This is going to be a very bookish vlog. I haven't done like a bunch of bookish things in a vlog in a minute, and I thought this week would be the perfect week to do so because I have book club on Wednesday. I have a lot to do before then. I'm finally getting my third shelf installed in my bedroom. I thought, let's spend a few bookish days together. Now, these days probably aren't going to be like consecutive days, but just days throughout the week. Can't even believe it's June already. Like, where has this year gone? We're 6 months in, and it's crazy. But today, I am going to go pick up some stuff that I need. I need to go pick up some stuff that I got printed for book club. I decided to switch things up this book club and do a bloom bar instead of buying like treats, only because I feel like a lot of food was getting wasted. So I'm trying to figure out ways to like incentivize people to actually show up to the meeting. It is for my work, and I do it when we are all in office, and I try to do it at a time that works for everyone. So I try to make it as easy as possible for people to come, but I don't know, like, you know, it is what it is. We don't kick people out, but that's like the problem I'm trying to solve with book club. I still love doing it so much, but this time I decided to do a bloom bar since we read One Italian Summer, and I thought like some cutesy yellow, green, white flowers for like the Italian vibes would be so fun, and I think the girls would really enjoy that. So we're doing that, and I have been thrifting and buying items for the past few months, and I'm really excited to put it together. I may turn my little bloom bar into a side business. We'll see. My book club is like a test run for that. So I essentially made just like a little instruction paper on how to create your bouquet. So I need to go pick that up. I'm also changing the way we're voting this time around, and it's something that I've never done before, but it's essentially going to be a blind date with a classic. So I have all 4 physical books, and they're all different genres of classics, and I'm going to be wrapping them, like the physical book, I'm going to be wrapping them and then putting a blurb on the front, and then we are going to vote in person at the end of our meeting. So they have all meeting long to submit votes for the one that they want, and I'm excited. I hope that between the bloom bar and the in-person voting really brings people in. So actually, let me go grab the books because I can show you right now. We have One Italian Summer. This was the book that we read. I did kind of annotate it. We have 4 choices for our mystery books. The first one is one that will be a classic in the future, and I chose Never Let Me Go. The next one is a classic fantasy novel, and I know what you're thinking, like, that's not like a classic, like it hasn't been around forever, but within the fantasy genre, this is considered a classic. And we have The Night Circus. We then have a true classic, but this one's a little bit more in the gothic realm, Rebecca. And again, she's a little thick. Last one is a modern classic, and we have The Secret History. All very different, all classics in their own right. I'm very excited to see what everyone chooses. I really hope people show up. If not, I'm coming home with a bunch of flowers, but yeah, I'm going to go finish getting ready, and then I'm going to pop out and go do a few errands on my lunch, and that is pick up the print order. I need to get my sunglasses readjusted, and I need to stop at the store to pick up something for dinner tonight. So you will probably see me when we are back home. We are back from running around. I want to show you, so I have my little instruction sign, which I am going to put in a frame. And then I'm kind of annoyed by this. I think they like made it fit to page, which I didn't want them to do. And so I think that this is gonna be too big to put on the books. Well, it might fit, but it's gonna be like real tight. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to handwrite these, which I didn't want to do because I didn't want this to be more time consuming, but I need to jump back into work. And then a little bit later today, I might take like a 15 and just wrap the books and get those situated on them and put the thing in the frame. And then I also just picked up a yellow tablecloth. The Bloom Bar flowers are pretty much going to be like yellow, white, orange, green, like Tuscany vibes. That's where we're at with that. I have so much to do for book club, it's not even funny, but we don't have time right now because we have to go back into work. So we will be back a little bit later when it's time to like wrap the books. I did remember I have all these like Target bags, so I figured I could cut them open and just use like the inside because it's just brown. So we're gonna chop these up and see if it works. I am gonna have to go like book by book because I don't want to wrap them all and then not remember which one is what because I have to put the things on them. I just don't know the best way to like chop it. I guess the easiest way would be to cut off the bottom. Or no. We're just gonna go for it. I honestly might be able to wrap like a few books out of just the one. So I'm gonna try and take off the handles. And we'll be back when the first one has been wrapped because I need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Okay, we have book one done. The back is a little ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? It's only the front that matters and it's gonna be okay. So this one is Rebecca, Blind Date with a Literary Classic. I'm gonna try and cut it out. I actually really wanted to rip it, but I thought that would be like a cool textural element. But let's see what we can do. I think this will fit. So we're just gonna tape it on. And I think that was like the biggest one too. I think all the rest are a lot smaller. So if this one fits, the rest of them should be good. Idea about the voting is they're all going to be wrapped like this, and so they're not going to know. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to unwrap the winner. I think that'll be like a funny way of voting. Normally we just do like a poll online, and even if you're not in the meeting, like you can vote if you want to, but I feel like this will force people to come if they care about what book is next. So cute. Okay, I love it. So I'm gonna wrap the rest and then I'm gonna clock back in. Well, not clock back in, like jump back into work. And then later tonight, once I'm clocked out, so between me clocking out and then my boyfriend coming to get me, we will work on some other little random things that I have to do for the bar. It's on Wednesday, which is in 2 days. So essentially today I need to have the books ready. I need to do the ribbon spool, get the picture frame set up. I still need to clean it because I thrifted it and it needs a good wiping and like, you know. And then I need to finish washing like all of the vases that I'm gonna be using. And I essentially need to make like a list of flowers I want to get. It's wrapping and then we will be back in a little bit. I have all 4 of the books wrapped and ready to go. And now I want to do the next easiest job, which is we are switching this out. I bought this at Target and I thought it would make just like the cutest little ribbon holder for the bouquets. And like the vibe of my Bloom Bar is kind of like a vintage European flower market. I thought that this was a very fitting holder. Although I do think that someone like had used this and returned it because like the string is kind of unwound in a very bizarre way. But we're gonna cut the tag off. Oh, tag's off. I'm just gonna slide this out and just gonna, you know, we can always use twine. I don't want to waste that. But, ooh, as I'm like destroying it on accident. So it's empty, and then I bought like these really pretty yellow ribbons. And I think that it'll look so cute. Just, oh my god, it fits perfect. Okay, I'm very excited. I got a couple of different finishes and thicknesses, and so wow, that is actually perfect. And then this little knob just screws right back on the top. No, this goes on and then the knob screws right back on the top. I just don't know what's this way. I'm just gonna screw her in place. Perfect. And then when we get closer to using them, I will take the plastic off. But for now, I just want to keep them all nice and packaged so it doesn't turn into a big mess. But I love it. It's going to be so cute. I think it's like the perfect vibe. We've wiped down the frame and removed the stickers, so I'm going to put in my print. I'm really hoping that when I open this up, it's not like disgusting on the inside. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I actually really like it. Yeah, this was a sleigh. So I'm gonna go put this on the little table that I have. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is officially book club. I have been getting a lot of people telling me that they're not coming to book club tomorrow, which is very sad and disappointing for me, because I try to make this one special and different so that people would have an incentive to come, but I think there's only going to be 6 of us out of the almost 20 of us, so sad times. You will probably not see me until after book club, but I will definitely show you the setup like once everything's done. For now, this is it for today. Thursday. It is like gonna be 6 o'clock. I am gonna leave for my Pilates class in like 5 minutes, but I just wanted to come on because we didn't really talk yesterday. I didn't vlog very much. Yesterday was kind of a very busy, crazy day for me. I had book club, which you saw, and it went well. I didn't have like the best turnout, but I'm glad that the people who did show up. And it was fun. The bloom bar went really good. I think everybody really liked it. I didn't have any flowers left over, so sadly I did not get a bouquet, but it was fun. We picked our book for the next meeting, and yeah, again, it was a busy day. I got up super early and had to do some like running around before I made my way to the office. And when I got home, I literally accidentally took like an hour nap, and my boyfriend woke me up when he was here, and I didn't even realize that I'd fallen asleep, so I didn't have a chance to vlog yesterday, but here we are on Thursday, and yeah, nothing really bookish going on until Saturday when we get the shelves installed, and I'm very excited. I really need to work on my book organization and really like go through and, I don't say like get rid of them, but I for sure need to make my way through my TBR so I know which books are worth keeping and which ones are not. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be it until Saturday, unless something fun and exciting happens, but we'll most likely see you on Saturday. Happy Sunday. As you can see, and as you saw yesterday, My boyfriend kindly installed my third bookshelf. I feel like it definitely was the move. I'm still working on like figuring out where the book should be placed. But for now, I feel like it's good. I might move like the taller books that are on the top shelf back on the bottom shelf, which is how I originally had it. But for now, it's okay. I don't want to mess with it too much because there is a book that I want to buy that is part of a series that I just finished reading. So we're gonna have to find a spot for her. But I did want to show you that I like putting that third shelf there drastically cut down all the random books that I have just stacked everywhere. So I want to give you a little book update. Starting with the shelf, we have the books underneath the shelf, and they used to be a lot worse. Like there's actually now like a large gap with these three piles. This is essentially like my Fairyloot pile, which I do need to sort through and see like if there are any I want to try and get rid of. But this is like so much better. Like so much better. I also have like this little book cart right here, which was intended to be my TBR cart, but it honestly just turned into like random book storage. These are mostly books that I have read, or they're like seasonal books, so like Christmas, Halloween, that kind of stuff. And then like just miscellaneous, honestly just like miscellaneous books. Most of these have been read, except for there's a few on the bottom, like this one I never finished, which I'm going to do this Christmas. But I was able to move a lot of books into here because I was keeping like my paperback romance books in here that I had read, but I was able to put them on the shelf. So here is the shelf so far. This is my little, what I'm deeming like the romance section. I have read a majority of these, but there are still a good handful that I have not read. That is the little bookshelf update. I just recorded a whole clip and realized it wasn't recording. Anyway, very happy with how that turned out. I kind of want to get another shelf for here so it matches, but we shall see. If I did that, I could put all of my paperbook fantasy books, which I don't have like a ton of, so I don't know. I also don't know like how claustrophobic it would look with the big shelf right there, so I'll figure that out. I was just editing this vlog and I realized that I never really finished it. Life has been a little extra crazy for me, and I didn't realize that I never finished this vlog, so it kind of worked out because today I received my Fairyloot box. So we are gonna open it. I actually have no idea what's in this box. Normally I look up spoilers because I don't really like surprises. But like I said, life has been a little extra crazy. So I believe this is May's box. Oh, it says June. Okay, so this must be the June box. This is the card for the first one. And this is the young adult. It's called Shadow Reaper. Ooh, it's very metallic. I like the blue. I like the stars. No idea what this is about. And it is signed. That is very cool. One is the adult's book. The card looks like this. It says Legends. And the book is called The Unicorn Hunters. Again, never heard of her. It's giving like that one Tudor's tapestry with like the horse or the unicorn on it. Oh, very, very Tudor inspired. I wonder if this is kind of like a historical fantasy fiction. Again, never heard of her, but we'll add to the list. And that is that. Speaking of Fairyloot, I've actually been considering canceling my subscription. I know. I waited over a year to get off of the wait list, and I have had some really amazing books that I've been very excited for, but on the whole I don't get a lot that I have ever heard of or that I want to read. So I'm giving myself until the end of the year to fully decide on what to do. And in that time, my goal is to read at least 3 random Fairyloot books that I've gotten that I've never heard of, like that is not circulating social media, to be like a fair judge of it. So that is that. I will keep you updated. And yeah, that is the end of this vlog. I never finished, like, setting up and organizing my shelves because I never went to go get the handful of books that I wanted to buy to fill in the holes that I left. So it looks exactly the same as the last time you saw it. But I am going to be jumping into some like summer specific videos, which I'm doing on purpose to force myself to actually enjoy summer and like get out in the world and do things. So I'm pretty sure in the first summer vlog that I do, we will be going to Barnes & Noble. So I will be buying those books then, and then we can put them in the shelf and then we can finish the shelf. But this is it for now. Thank you for coming along with me. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.